Hi, and welcome to Pixels and Points, our Red Rock review. I'm Susie Brown. I am the media buyer planner here at Red Rock, doing all things traditional. And with me, I also have Matt, who is our media director, digital and extraordinaire. And we have a special guest today. We've got Heather Lonsdale from KXAN, the local NBC affiliate here in Austin. And today, we are going to talk about Olympics because it's actually the opening ceremony today. So I thought it'd be a fun topic to jump into, and it would be great to have Heather here to kind of talk about all things on the sales side as well. It should be fun. So the first thing I wanted to pull up was this article. Oh, hang on, let me move it over. All right, now we're all back. And here I can do it this way. We've just got an article talking about Peacock and streaming, which I think is going to be one of the big stories about Olympics this year. One of the biggest takeaways they talked about was how Peacock is 4 years old. This will be the first time for Olympics that it's really kind of all live. So, right, thinking back, there's no time zone difference and no COVID issues, like since the streamer's been out. So I know, Heather, you were kind of talking about how they've already sold out, how things are looking. What do you think about all that?
Yeah, so Peacock just as a whole has grown leaps and bounds. I mean, it just keeps going, keeps getting more subscribers. We've seen NBC push a lot of content that way. You know, it's done great things. And we get a certain amount of that inventory to sell on the local level. And for example, for the Paris Olympics, we had maybe about 5 or 6 packages that we could sell for Peacock Olympics programming, and they went so quickly. I wish we would have more, but we only get so much from the network, and then the network, you know, kind of keeps the rest to themselves to sell, which I understand. But they've really just put a lot into it, and I think that they have a lot of big plans for Peacock.
Yeah, I mean, I think it makes sense. One of the other takeaways from this article was saying that they had done a survey and 60% were actually more likely to stream Olympics only, and only 47% said they were going to use traditional TV.
Oh, wow. I don't know about that, because I will say that what we are seeing on traditional TV is with the trials, you know, because today is actually the start of the Olympic Games, but we've had the trials going on since June. And we've seen a 35% uptick in viewership since the last Olympics just for the trials.
That's great.
So we're seeing a ton of TV viewership. So I think overall, there's just going to be a lot more viewership. There's a lot of interest in this Olympics because, number one, it's Paris, and you know, everyone loves Paris. Number two, I think they've just done some really cool things. Like, I don't know if you guys were able to watch the opening ceremonies that just, I guess maybe they're still going on.
No, we were just talking. I'm going to recap it tonight.
Yeah, so we'll run it again tonight. But that was just amazing. You know, all these boats, there was a boat for each country, and they were going down the River Seine in Paris. And there's just a lot of excitement and build up to this Olympics. And so we're just seeing huge viewership numbers. And I'm guessing that Peacock is the same. I haven't caught up on those numbers yet, but I'm guessing it's the same, you know, on that side as it is on the TV side.
Yeah, I can tell you right now that my wife was downstairs watching the opening ceremonies since about 12:30 when it started on Peacock. And Peacock is one of the we to give you an example of what we do in our house, we usually like rotate around to different streaming services, but we're definitely hanging on. We were about to cancel Peacock, but then we were like, it's going to be the Olympics. I'm going to hold on to that. So holding on to the Peacock. And so she was watching the opening ceremonies, and I caught a few glimpses of those boats with the people waving, and it was all very fun. And yeah, it looked like they were having a lot of fun until I saw it was raining right before we got started here on this. So for the rain.
Yeah, but it was cool because there was this guy, he was supposedly like the highest level pianist in France, and he was playing the piano, and it started raining, and it looked so cool out, you know, with the rain on the piano. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
Yep.
But I think, yeah, you're absolutely right. Like there's an overall lift for everything just because of so much like excitement and interest in the games. And then I think the other interesting thing that the article had pulled out was just giving an example back to what Peacock's been trying to do with sports and streaming and try to gain those subscribers, like what you were talking about, Matt. We're going to hold on to this one until after the Olympics. And they had an example from it was a wild card game earlier this year. They got 3 million new subscribers for just that game. And they were, well, this is Peacock's information, but saying they were able to retain all of those subscribers for 71% of those subscribers for 7 weeks after the game. So if you think about it, it's like 2 billing cycles if they're holding on to it for almost 2 months. So I think a pretty good strategy.
I think that, live sports in general live sports and live news is kind of obviously where a lot of the TV viewership is these days. And, that is just kind of the gold standard when it comes to TV, either way, Peacock, streaming or traditional linear TV.
Definitely. So, well, from a sales perspective, what do you think? I mean, how are you guys positioning Olympics this year? How are you guys looking at it? Like I know you guys have sold so many packages. We've worked on some things together, kind of new and exciting different things. What are your thoughts about how this year's going?
Yeah, it's going great. We actually have exceeded our Olympic budget. Awesome. We are just, like I said, the trials were up 35%. The viewership for the trials were up 35% over last time. So we're expecting great things for the overnight viewership this next week and the week after for the actual Olympics. And we're just super excited about it. And, in the past, we've always seen such a huge uptick in our viewership during the Olympics, and a lot of times the Olympics is even stronger. Sorry, hold on one second. Sorry, my earphones went off for a second. But anyway, the Olympic viewership is always, we'll get probably 75% of the total TV viewership during these 2.5 weeks that we have the Olympics. And so it's just kind of a huge thing for us and I think for the community, and it kind of makes everyone just feel this ownership and this pride of, being an American and, winning, all of our Olympians winning all these medals. And it's just a great thing.
Yeah. From like a branding perspective on our side, we always want to tie into that kind of feeling and that kind of message. So I love when we're able to, we don't always have the biggest budgets, but able to get around Olympics however we can. And I know we're being really creative about that. And want to talk about a little bit, we've been doing, we have one Olympic package coming up for a client of ours where we actually integrated with you guys in the news. And I know that's something you guys have done new for us this year. So wanted to talk a little bit about that and how that came about. And we're real excited about it.
That's super exciting. I think that is awesome. That was a new thing that we did this year. Actually, I think we kind of tailored it to your client. And it's, how we have our weather forecast, like our 7-day weather forecast for Austin. Well, we're doing one for Paris as well, so people can see what the weather is like in Paris.
It's perfect because it's raining right now.
Right. And we have a reporter over there, John Washington, who flew over there, and she's staying over there, and she's giving us reports back. So she's reporting from there live, which is cool. And so, it's very valid for people to know what the weather's like over there. And it's just kind of a fun little way to create some excitement around the Olympics.
Yeah. And for us, we get that brand lift and then that brand comparison side by side. So it's great.
Right. Exactly.
I was also going to ask, Heather, what y'all were talking about being able to parlay all the audience that's coming over from Peacock and for traditional audience coming to the channel, and how y'all are going to parlay that into a continuing audience. Do y'all have any like programming or anything interesting coming up that's what y'all are going to push during the Olympics to try to keep people on the platform?
For Peacock?
For Peacock or
Or
just
NBC in
overall?
general.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The question, sorry, I'm still having problems. The question was, say it again.
It was just because I know y'all are wanting to keep a lot of the audience that's in for the Olympics. And I was wondering what kind of programming or what kind of tactics are y'all going to use during the Olympics to try to make sure that you keep that audience going forward after the Olympics are over and you don't lose them?
Right, exactly. So what we do is we do a lot of promoting. In fact, we just got a new marketing director, and he's has an amazing experience, and he's come out with these great promos of our key anchors and our key news staff, and so those will be running throughout the Olympic programming, because I mean, let's face it, Olympics is a great time for us to get sample audience as well, right? Even though KXAN is the #1 station across every newscast in this market, it has been since I've been here, so over 3 years. Olympics just affords us that opportunity to have a lot of sample audience as well. And so then we try to keep those people, like you said, by running promos about, our newscasters and all sorts of things that we have coming up as far as investigative reporting and things like that. So I think that that's a super exciting thing for the station as well.
Very nice. All right. I'm excited for the Olympics. I think this is great. Like y'all were saying, it's always great to have live sports and live events on television and on streaming, and it always, brings in the audience, and it's always a great way. It's always great for advertisers, for us and for you to really come together and, make some interesting deals when we're trying to form packages that we're trying to get for sports. And I mean, the Olympics is just like the crown jewel when it comes to that. And y'all have had it for so long. So it's just great that y'all have been able to put together some great stuff this year, I think.
Thanks. Yeah, we're super excited, and we're so glad that we could work with you guys and your clients on it, because I think it's really going to give your clients a boost. Like I said, I mean, it's just the place to be on TV for the next 2.5 weeks.
Oh, it is.
For sure.
Everybody's been I don't think anybody else is like putting out any new content right now. They're just waiting until the Olympics is over.
Yep.
So you're in a good spot, I think.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see those overnights start to come in tomorrow and kind of compare to what we've done in the past. But I think numbers are going to be great.
Well, let's hope so. Yeah, and our research guy is amazing, and he'll be getting that information to us. So I'll be sure and share that with you guys.
Absolutely.
All right.
Any other questions? I think that covers it. We got to go watch the opening ceremonies and cheer on USA.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
All right. We'll talk to y'all next time.
Okay.
All right. Bye. All right.